If you make a class as final, then we cannot, we cannot what? We cannot create subclass for that
Subclass.
class. So that means what? The final classes cannot participate into what? Inheritance. Right? So they don't want to share, their functional, that class functionality into the child classes or other classes. Okay, there is a functionality, there is a features you have. If you don't want to share those features into anybody, because if you share, because they can what? They can override, they can change the features.
Yes, sir.
Right? Because if you are allowing to override, so obviously the implemented class, they can change the features of your
Value.
class,
Yes,
because
sir.
we can allow them to what? Override.
Override.
Right? So now here, this is the features of string class. Okay, so now these features has to be part of what? String class. So that's what they don't want to share these features to whom now? The child classes. If they share, obviously the child classes will pollute the features. Understand? So that's what Java people make the string class as what? Final class.
Yes, sir.
Clear now?
Yes, sir.
Now, what
Yes,
is the
sir.
difference between final class and immutable object? Like that also people may ask you. Understand? What is the difference between final and immutable? What you guys can say? What is the difference between final and immutable? What you can say? What is your answer? Already you know, we completed all these things. The final keyword also we completed. Immutable also we completed. So now final keyword means what? The final is the keyword. It can be applicable at what level? Method level, class level, variable level. So if you apply at class level means what will happen? That class cannot participate in inheritance. Because we cannot create child class for the final class.
Final classes.
Now if you apply at method level means what it will
We
become?
cannot override.
Cannot override that method in the child class. Right? If you don't want to override any functionality of your class, then simply you will put what? Final keyword for that method. Right? So class means what? Definitely we will have multiple functionalities, where the functionalities we will going to define under methods. So one of the functionality you don't want to share to, you don't want to implement, okay? I mean, you don't want to share to your child classes. So for that functionality, what we are going to keep? Final. If you keep final means that method will not be participated into overriding. Okay, no one can add their no one can change that method functionality. Am I right?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
No. Now, what is the next one? At variable level. If you apply final keyword at variable level, what it will be?
We cannot reassign the
Change
value.
that value.
It will become constant, right? Like final int x is equal to 10. Okay, final int x is equal to 10. Now, if I am trying to change x is equal to 20, can I do?
No. Compile time.
Cannot do, right? So we will get what? Compile time error. Why? Because this is what? Final variable. Final variable means what? Constant. So how can we change the constant value? We cannot change. Come on, guys.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So now see here, string buffer I have. Okay, string buffer SB is equal to new string buffer. I created one object. Okay, now what is the object? Santosh. Content of this object. So now this is what, guys? String buffer object. Okay. Now string buffer object is immutable or mutable?
Mutable.
Mutable. Only string. Okay. Only string object is immutable. Okay. Now string buffer is what? Mutable. Mutable means what? we can change
We
the
can-
state of
Its
that
value.
object. State means what? Content of the object. Okay, we can change the state of the object. So now here I'm trying to change sb dot append. There is a method called append in string buffer class. We will discuss, guys, all these methods, don't worry. So now I'm trying to append what now? Kumar.
Kumar.
Okay, now system dot out dot println of sb. If I call, what is the output we will see here?
Santosh Kumar.
Santosh
Santosh
Kumar.
Kumar.
Right?
Yes, sir.
Why? Because
Yes,
we are trying to append Kumar with the existing object called Santosh. Because it is what? Mutable. Right? If you call system.out.println of SB means we will see what? Santosh Kumar here. Right? In the same way, in the same snippet of code, if I apply to string class, what is the output here? String s is equal to new string of, okay, Santosh. Don't worry, we will discuss these things while discussing what is the difference between string and string buffer. Okay, so now here I'm appending s dot. There is a method called concat. Okay, to append another string to existing string, there is a method called concat. So now Kumar, right? So now system dot out dot println of s.
Santosh.
What is the output
Santosh.
here?
Santosh.
Santosh.
Right? So here Santosh Kumar, here Santosh. Why? Because string is immutable, whereas string buffer is mutable.
Mutable.
Understand, guys?
Yes, sir.
Right? Now, see now, here if you apply system.out.println of SB, fine. So now, if I make the string buffer as a final, let's assume, if I keep final keyword here, final string buffer SB is equal to new string buffer of Santosh. Okay. Now this SB will become what?
Constant.
Final keyword. Okay. Constant. So now already we created one Santosh object. Now I am trying to append what? Kumar. Can we append? We cannot.
No.
No, sir.
Right? Because this is constant. How can we apply for constant? How can we change the state of the constant? We cannot change. State means content, guys.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So
Yes,
now
sir.
in this case we will get what? Error. If we apply final, we will get what? Error.
Errors.
Understand?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Okay. Now see. So what is the difference between final and immutable? So here immutable object. Okay. The immutability is applicable for what? Object level. Once we create a object, string object, okay, you cannot change the state of the same object. If you try to change the state of the object, with that change, a new object will be created. That is called what? Immutable.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now
Yes,
here,
sir.
final is applicable for what? That variable. Once you create a final variable, you cannot change the value of that variable. Clear now?
Yes, sir.
That's
Yes,
why
sir.
finally is keyword applicable at what? Three level. One is class level, method level, variable level.
Variable
But this
level.
immutable concept is purely on what? Object level.
Object level.
Clear now?
Yes, sir.
Come on.
Yes, sir. Clear, sir.
Right. Okay, fine.